We pulled some of the subfloors up, we pulled some of the hardwoods up, and the subfloors just came apart in our hands. They had moisture problems underneath the house. And so we ended up having to pull up all the old subfloors, all the old hardwoods. The thing is, with a rehab, you don't necessarily know what it's going to be. There's some risk, right, with any rehab. As long as we've got enough funds, you can just keep pulling it apart until it's healthy and then rebuild. And in this job, we do. All right, back at the rehab property. This is the end of day 2 of rebuild. We've been working on renovation this entire time. You've torn out a bunch of more stuff in the demo process. We got this RV over here that came with the property. It's super disgusting beyond all reason. And then the house is all locked up. The crew came at about 7 and they left. So no one's on site at 3 o'clock. But I'm not really holding them to a specific time of, hey, you got to show up at a specific time. They're getting paid based on the work they do. And so I don't mind they're not here at 3 o'clock. They're doing what they're doing. And so what have they accomplished? We've ripped down everything inside. They've got our floor plans inside. They are working on getting... what is that? They pulled that out of somewhere. That looks like the HVAC, maybe the furnace. Looks like the furnace over there. They pulled that out of somewhere. In this room, we can see that they're starting to put down the piers to raise the floor. This room is a sunken garage originally, but the previous owners turned it into kind of a bedroom, and it's just not very nice. And so what we're doing is we're going to raise the floor so it's on that level right there. And then we're going to turn this whole room into a master bedroom. Over there in that corner, you'll have your master bathroom, your ensuite with an exit to a back porch. And then here in this spot, you'll have your master bedroom closet. And then you will enter that master bedroom from just the living room right about there, right? And so we're redesigning the space. It used to be in this space, there was a huge fireplace right here that ate up the whole space. You can kind of see around where it was burnt from the house fire. This huge fireplace took up the whole space. I'll throw a picture up to let you see that. But what we're doing is we're removing all of these walls. The entire main area is going to get beamed. We're going to open up the space. We're going to have a big, beautiful kitchen, wrap around cabinets to kind of middle of this room. Then we'll have a big, beautiful island here in the middle. And then this will all just be living space. This whole area will be open. It's in a really nice area. Oh, all that trash came from in here. You guys see how all that's raked up? That was full of trash this morning. The whole crawl space was just full of junk, like an old trampoline and tires and all sorts of crap in the crawl space. And so that's what they did. They hauled out all that trash. That's what's out in the dumpster right now. I was wondering how they got so much trash. But if you look, you'll see that all these crawl spaces are like walked around in and raked. So they finished that demo. They finished that cleanup before they start rebuilding. So they're just finishing out the demo process where our other team wasn't able to. And then you can see in this bedroom, there's a clear passage between these two rooms. That used to be a closet. Actually, it was 2 closets. So they had a beam kind of going right down the middle. And they had 2 closets, one on that side for that room, one on this side for this room. So because of plans or whatever, they took that out. They reframed that up. I'm not sure why they did that exactly, but, you know, that's what they're shooting at. So a lot of progress. Day 2 of the rebuild. We've got a lot of good stuff. Pretty happy with that. That's 2 days of the general contractor on site. He's doing a wonderful job so far. Showed up when he said he was going to show up. Been very, very professional. We've loved working with him. And then everything else is moving right along. This looks like a furnace, but I'm not an expert. Other people are experts. Looks like a furnace. So I don't know where it came from. Probably somewhere in the attic. I don't remember seeing this, but it might have also been in that corner with kind of the utility closet. I know that's where the water heater was. This is one of our 2 rehabs we're doing right now, and it's going right along, moving it right along. Good morning. Hey, I wanted to take a quick minute. Just dropped my daughter off at school, but I wanted to take a quick minute and give you an update on the house. It is a gorgeous property. Let me flip this around. So it's the gorgeous burnt house that we're currently rehabbing. You might notice the chimney is gone. We pulled the chimney out to open the whole place up. You might notice it's sitting on this big, beautiful lot. That's the old chimney piece. It's still in construction, but it's sitting way back on this lot. It's on an acre in kind of the prime zone of Charleston. So this is really close to my daughter's middle school, and that's important because there's only like 3 areas in Charleston, South Carolina with decent schools. But you can just see how far this project has come. I would say we're 65% done. This used to be a sunken garage, this whole section, that was converted into living space. So when we got it, it was like a sunken den. When we went through it with the architect and said, hey, what can we do with that space? It was either converted back into a one-car garage, because that opening's just not very big, or we could raise the height of it. It was down a good 6 feet, right? We could raise the height of it and turn it into a master suite. And as we looked at it and kind of looked at what the market needs and what people want, if we did that, we end up with a 2 master suite house. And we're seeing a lot more based on our conversations with our realtors and just people who are in the market. We're seeing a lot more families who want to have their parents with them, people who are cohabitating, have adult kids living with them. And so we said, 2 master suites, that is actually probably the biggest selling feature we can get in our current market. So we've done that. We've raised that floor. It is now getting wired in for being a master suite. You can see we've roughed in plumbing and electrical, and then this is going to be a pantry right here to that metal wall, and then beyond it is going to be the entry for the laundry. So laundry, mudroom, this is going to be pantry. And then this part right here, which used to be the super burnt kitchen with the huge fireplace in the middle of the house, we yanked the fireplace out to open the room up just because it really cut the whole house into pieces and it all felt tiny. And then if you remember, this piece right here used to be a sunken living room, which felt like it was straight out of the 70s. And so we raised that, we raised the garage. We ended up pulling up all the floors, because originally we thought we could save the old hardwoods that were running through this section and through that section. But as we got into the house, our original demo team said, hey, something about the subfloors looks funky. We didn't really see it when we inspected it, but as we really started digging into the walls, something about the subfloor looked funky. And we realized that we would feel more comfortable just pulling them up and seeing if they were damaged. And as we pulled them up, we realized the subfloors were just super damaged. So on the backyard, you can see right here, it's got this enormous back porch, right? Runs the entire length of the house. This has got to be prettied up, but it's going to be one of the 3 big selling features of the home, right? 2 master bedrooms, enormous back porch, enormous lot. There's probably those 3, 4, where the kitchen's going to be gorgeous. And so those 4 things are really going to be our selling features we hang this sale on. And so we did raise this floor so it didn't feel like it was out of the 70s. And then you end up with another master bedroom, master bath over there. You end up with another 2 bedrooms over here. So it's going to end up being a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. Oh, I was talking to you guys about the subfloors. Yeah, we pulled some of the subfloors up, we pulled some of the hardwoods up, and the subfloors just came apart in our hands. They had moisture problems underneath the house. And so we ended up having to pull up all the old subfloors, all the old hardwoods. The thing is, with a rehab, you don't necessarily know what it's going to be. There's some risk, right, with any rehab. As long as we've got enough funds, you can just keep pulling it apart until it's healthy and then rebuild. And in this job, we do. So we're in good shape, we budgeted well, but we ended up going a little farther on the demo than we thought originally, and it was just because the subfloors had issues, so we had to pull up the subfloors, we had to pull up the hardwoods, we had to relay new subfloors. So it's been a really good rehab. It's been a great rehab as far as education goes. My wife and I have done 5 or 6 properties that we've done ourselves over the years. But this has really taught us a lot of working with general contractors more. We did a great job vetting our general contractor. He's been wonderful to work with. And it turns out my wife has a real knack for finding talent when it comes to construction. You can see up here, it's trussed, which is one of the cool things we learned. So you can see those trusses moving across. Let's see if I can point at this. Those trusses. What we found when we got a structural engineer in here is that those trusses are carrying the entire weight of the house, and they're carrying those out to the outside walls. And so that means we didn't have to throw in a $15,000 beam all the way across this room. We were just able to use the trusses. Just as an interesting point, you'll see up there, there's a letter stapled to that top truss, and that's a structural engineer report saying, hey, a structural engineer has seen this and signed off. If you have any questions, call this number. And yeah, the project's coming right along. I'd say we're 65% done. It's looking like we're going to have good profit, maybe not quite as thick of margins as we thought when we started, but it looks like we're going to have good profit, certainly enough to pay the investor return. And we've learned a lot. We've learned a lot on the project. So new subfloors, some new trusses underneath, complete re-electrical rough in, complete HVAC re-rough. So it's basically a brand new property except for the brick, the foundation, and the roof, which is pros and cons. It's a little more expensive than our original estimate just because we had to touch more of the major mechanicals than we thought we would. That's pretty typical. Right, you don't know exactly what's going to be salvageable and what's not, and you're flipping a coin a couple of times. Hey, can we save the HVAC? No. Hey, can we save the floors? No. Hey, can we save the brick? Yes. Hey, can we save the roof? Oh, here's another piece of this house. There is a small brick off building just to the left of the house that's going to function as an office. So we just have to rough that in. I'm just checking it today while I'm on the property to make sure it's coming along. They should have gutted it completely. And back here we've got a little pump house for irrigation water. This is coming along. They've stripped it all the way down. This one had moisture issues also. So we've stripped this one all the way down to the walls so that we can put vapor barriers in. It's really important that we get vapor barriers in the little shed because someone's going to use that as an office. All right. And so a 5-bedroom, 3-bath just does a lot better than a 4-3. So what we're seeing in the comps, we're going directly head to head against brand new builds, but most new builds aren't sitting on an acre in the best school district in Charleston. And so that's really good for us. So what we're seeing is we may be able to relist this house. We bought it for $225. We may be able to get it on the market for up to $650. So we're seeing there's some really good margin in there. We're seeing really good new builds still on the market around that $650 to $720 mark. And it just comes into where do we end up. But with that office, with that 2 masters, with that big gorgeous back porch on an acre, a private little lot, we're really hopeful. It's coming right along. I just wanted to give you an update, walk you through it, kind of let you see what it is. That's our update today. I appreciate your trust and your support. Have a good day. Bye-bye.